Hey guys, Colin here at Flow Combat System to show you how to make a bag that you can practice your iron fist and iron palm training on. This is the poor man's version. Typically we would have like a canvas bag and you'd fill it up with beans or sand. So I got a bag of beans here. This is a 2-pound bag, costing about $1.49. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it in a Ziploc bag like so, just so that I have a little more wrapping around it. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make this into a pretty cool bag that you can use. So just getting that Ziploc to work here is a challenge in and of itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over like that. You need a roll of duct tape. This one cost me I think $4 at a 99-cent store or something. I'm just going to first tape this bag down a little bit like so. So one thing that you want to keep in mind is that you don't want the bag to be super tall. You just want it to be kind of this shape, padding between you and the ground, or you and a raised platform that you're using to strike it with. So what I'm going to do here, the first step is then just to define the outside boundaries. So I'm just going to take a piece of duct tape and I'm going to go around the natural shape of the bag without flattening it too much, but just kind of keeping it at this shape. The nice thing about this size bag is that it's perfect for carrying around with you so that you have this training wherever you go. So I just put it around like that. I'm going to do this a second time around the outside, just to make sure that that outside edge is reinforced. And the reason that's important is you're going to be hitting it like this. You don't want anything popping out to the side. You don't want tears in this with beans flying or sand flying everywhere, just like so. So I'm just going to tear that like that. So now you can see we're starting to get a shape to it. So the next thing I'm going to do is then take this duct tape and go along the length of it, wrapping it around. I want to make sure I cover all the plastic bag. I'm going to do this a couple of times, going around the length of the bag. Also make sure that you're not tightening any of the ends of the bag. You're not pinching it at any point. And granted, this doesn't look the most beautiful, but it sure as hell works. I'm not going to wrap it twice right now. I'm just going to wrap it once so I can give you a sense of what we're doing without taking up too much time and without boring the hell out of you. Are you asleep yet? Let's hope not. Nothing like the sound of tearing off duct tape to wake you up. Right, just like so, like so, like so. So I would obviously go around this a couple more times just to make this really, really solid. So now I've got something I can work with here. You can see, not too tall, but I can start delivering some impact to it. So to do your dit dat jiao, or rather to do your iron fist, iron palm practice on this, you would use some dit dat jiao. So this is where it gets a little bit expensive. You have to go online, look this stuff up. I found this on eBay. You can get it usually anywhere from about 20 bucks on up to about $70, depending on, you know, the reputation of the company, how long it's been curing, all this sort of thing. You can even make your own. You can find recipes online or on YouTube to do that as well. So now what I'm going to do with this, well, I put the dit dat jiao on my hands before and again after to treat them. So I'm just going to, what I would do as a routine is, if I'm going to be on the ground, that's one way to train without having to have an actual bench for training. So what I would do is I would start with a downward fist here. I'd go 1. I'd bring it back 2 with a hammer fist, 3 with the palm, and I'd let the fingers wrap around, or I might turn it this way so the fingers are getting hit too. But first the palm strikes and then the fingers come. And then the last one is the back side. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I do it on the other side. And that's how you go about doing it. So, and you slowly build up your count. So you might start with maybe 20 repetitions on one side and the other side. and then you see how your hands are afterwards. And you can slowly work your count up, and you can start to change what you actually have inside here. The beans have a little more give. Something like sand might not have quite as much.